live.
The seagull wants to get so close to me. I don't even have any food. What up? Okay, bye.
What's up, everybody? We're back again, or I'm back here again, and then Brooks is here tonight. No more Sam the Chicken.
Hello, everybody.
This evening, it is the Blind Surfer Show. Last night was fun and exciting. We had a big segment talking about favorite candies. Got to hear from a lot of new people. What is your favorite? If you could just eat one candy, Brooks, what would it be?
I like Butterfingers. I like Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch, you can't go wrong. Do you like the regular Sour Patch Kids or any of their like offshoots, like the watermelons?
I love just normal Sour Patch Kids. That's my favorite.
I found Sour Patch Kid Jumbos a little while ago. It's just the exact same thing as a Sour Patch Kid, just bigger.
Yeah, I like all variations.
Yeah, I'm a huge. It's funny how good a gummy is, like a Sour Patch Kid, and how bad licorice is. I was talking about that last night.
Yeah.
I can't stand black licorice. I was trying to eat that Wallabies black licorice last night, and then I had to, as soon as the show was over, I'm like, I can't even take my own breath. I just got to brush my damn teeth.
Right.
The show is live tonight. It's me, it's Brooks. Banana's outside. She's going to be joining us a little bit later, but that means it's time to say...
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
I miss your scent from last week, Brooks. You came in smelling real dandy last week.
Dandy?
Yeah.
What kind of dandy are we talking about?
A good dandy.
All right.
A good. I don't know. You had some good smell going on last week.
All right.
I just switched from amber mist to cedarwood deodorant. And I reminded myself today to order it again online because I read a terrible story about Lenny Kravitz.
What did you read?
You know who he is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Are You Gonna Go My Way? I guess Nick Cannon in a podcast interview last week outed Lenny Kravitz as like one of the smelliest guys in Hollywood.
That's pretty funny because I feel like everyone thinks he's like this super hot guy.
Lenny Kravitz?
Yeah, because he's like, in his 50s and he's got like a 12-pack.
I think he's 65 now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been around for a while, but apparently he's very, very earthy and he's into like natural stuff. And I guess he was approached about this and he said, he lives in like a wood house. It's all wood and it's got wood smell and he burns like, what's that stuff called? Like patchouli oil or something.
Okay.
And he apparently everybody in Hollywood knows that he's got a musky odor to him, which is not something that I wouldn't want the world. Like if you Google Pete Gustin, I wouldn't want one of the first things to come up be like, smells kind of poor. Like the fact that was like very easily Googleable. Like everybody knows that Lenny Kravitz has a bit of a stank to him. I was like, that's not good.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's pretty bad for your rep.
I used to work with a guy at a radio station. What's going on, everybody, by the way? If you're looking to get in touch with us, Banana will be in later. We'll throw the phone number up on the screen, talk to you guys. If you want to send in super chats, $3 or more on YouTube, it'll get it read out loud. 200 bits or more on Twitch, you'll get it read out loud. I'm slowly but surely creeping my way up the subscriber or the follower count on Twitch. I'm at like 418 now. Very excited.
Heck yeah.
About every person that goes over and follows one by one at
Pete Gold, we're coming for you.
Yeah, totally. I found a spreadsheet when I very, very first started YouTube. Like I'm talking like the year 2000, and it's this very detailed spreadsheet. I would wake up every morning and I would at 10 o'clock a.m. I would detail how many subscribers I had. And then in the next column, I'd make a note about what...
Galaxa Plays said, I like your unboxing vids.
Thank you, Galaxa Plays. I appreciate that. I would make a note of what video was the most current one, and I'd make a note of how many subscribers I either gained or lost that day. And seriously, like for the first like 8 months of that spreadsheet, it was always like +3, -1, +4, -2. And then all of a sudden it was like, I blew up in TikTok October of 2021, and then it wasn't until March of 2022 on YouTube. It was like +43,000, +55,000. That was like per day. I mean, those are the kind of numbers you need to do in order to get to like 2 million. But I was like, well, that jumped fast. I was seriously counting like every single subscriber. Like, I got 2 last night. That was awesome. I was talking about, stinky coworkers. One guy I used to work with had this breath, and he was a close talker too. You ever know anybody with just constant stank breath?
Yeah.
And
Well,
like,
I have in my past, not currently.
but what I don't understand is, and it made me fear for myself, because like, I guess obviously he couldn't smell his own breath, because you'd think if he did, he would do something about it.
Yeah, you'd think so. But sometimes people don't want to tell you have bad breath. I guess that's where your fear comes from.
Well,
right?
exactly. I was like, I mean, I try, I brush all the time. I use mouthwash. I try and floss whenever I can. But I was constantly, after I met that guy, I'm like, how does he not know? Like, he would leave my office. I've always worked in like small soundproof booths,
Yeah.
and he'd come in and he'd talk to me about like, we have some promos that we need to have made today. And I'm like, oh my God, like, just back up. Like, you being closer isn't helping me anyway. I can't see you regardless of how far close you stand. And then
Brutal.
he'd leave the room and the door would close, and I'd be like, it's still here. Like, it's still here.
Ugh.
And like, but how do you, is that one of those things? Like, like, can you smell your own farts? Can you smell your own breath? I mean,
I feel like you should be able to taste your own breath, right? Like if
yeah.
it tastes like poop, then you probably would know,
If
right?
it tastes like poop, yeah.
Dude, so a quick story on that. So like I had there was this girl in my drama class when I was like in, I think maybe like 8th grade. I know it was high school, so like 9th or 10th grade, right?
Yeah.
She was a very pretty girl. She was blonde, tall, blue eyes, just like a conventionally attractive young lady.
Yeah.
And no one wanted to date her, and no one knew why, or I didn't know why.
Yeah.
And then I took my swing at it, took my shot, and I walked up to her, and I was like, oh my gosh, like her breath was brutal.
Really?
It was so bad. It was literally intolerable. Like you couldn't even hold a straight face in front of her. And I tried my dangdest, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I just don't know how people
I was
don't
very desperate at the time.
know. You're like, I could do anything, but I won't do that.
Yeah, it was like it was like you literally, the hairs would stand up on the back
Oh
of your
my
neck.
God. But
Yeah.
but so she clearly didn't know either that, or she did, and she just didn't want anybody in her school hitting on her. I mean, but it was probably that she didn't know.
She didn't know. There was no way she knew, because if she knew, she would have done something about it. And she didn't understand, like, why do no boys like me? And it's like, I wasn't the only guy that went through that, where they approached her, and then that happened, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even think about kissing this girl.
Don't you feel like, let alone being within breathing distance, kissing. But at that point, I feel like someone should bite the bullet and be like, you tell her. No, you tell her. No, someone has to tell her.
I've been in this situation several times, and with different body parts. I'll just put it that way. And it's a really embarrassing and awkward thing, and you don't know what to say. I told one of the girl's friends, I was like, she needs to get herself checked out or whatever.
Oh God.
But yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Be like, you smell terrible. Like, I think maybe a girl could do that to a guy, right? And that would
Yeah.
be acceptable. But
Yeah.
as a guy just doing it to a girl,
Yeah.
that's pretty gnarly.
I mean, Bananas told me from time to time, she's like, go brush your teeth. And like, I'll have eaten, I don't know, shrimp or something for lunch. I'll be like, all right, I guess I got shrimp breath. But I would hope that if I was just walking around, I mean, the guy I'm talking about, it was a small room. So granted, it was, 12 by 6 or something like that. But he would leave the room, and then I'd wait till he was like around the corner, and then I'd open up the door again, turn the fan, I had a fan in there, turn it, face it outside to get his breath out of the room. I was like, how has no one brought this up? There was another guy I worked with at a different radio station that he just himself was an extraordinarily stinky human being. And at Christmas, all the coworkers got together. There was like some little gift exchange that was going on, and like 4, 5, or 6 different people all gave him different soaps. Like there was like a Lever 2000 or a Dial. Everyone gave him a different soap, and he got mad. He didn't take it well. He's like, "What are you guys? What are you talking about? You think I smell? I don't smell." And we're like, "We're trying to tell you you do," but he got like furious about it.
Wow.
What's the in that story I was reading about Lenny Kravitz being stinky? There was a very Dr. Bronner. Is that what is that?
Dr. Bronner's, yeah.
Is that like
great soap?
Is that like all natural soap or
Yeah,
something?
it's like the minty soap.
Okay, so I guess that Lenny Kravitz did use that. I dated a girl. This is like God, like 2000 or something, and the guy that she dated before me was a natural deodorant guy. I guess that you can buy rocks at like a Whole Foods or something, and you rub the rocks under your armpits.
I've never heard about that.
It might not be rocks, it might be like talc powder or like some form of, I don't know if anybody's here tonight, anybody in the chat wants to tell me about that whole situation. But everybody knew, like, as soon as I started dating this girl, all of her friends were like, "Hey, at least you wear deodorant." And I was like, "What the hell?" Like, she was dating someone that everybody knew was stinky, but it was a choice. He didn't want to use. I mean, they say putting all the aluminum-based deodorants into your body isn't supposed to be a great thing, but I've tried. Have you ever tried one of the natural deodorants?
They don't work.
No, they almost make it worse.
Yeah.
For me, like I don't know, my body it's like, get this stuff off of me, and I start just like dripping.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. It's like just fake. It's a scam.
I don't that's the whole incense in churches. I don't know why I know this random fact, but back in the early days, the gathering place for everybody was churches, and all those stanky ass farmers and carpenters and everybody would all come together. Everybody was doing manual labor back in the day, talking like year 400 or whatever. And incense became a big thing in the church because the churches would just stink from the smell of the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what Lenny Kravitz is doing. He just puts a lot of incense in his house and hopes gets rid of the smell. Well, anyway, I bought no deodorant. I got a whole story out of that one.
Smell it, dude.
That's all natural deodorant.
I'm just kidding.
It's hard as a rock and doesn't work.
Oh, hard as a rock, but not necessarily a rock.
Alan asks, what color are your
What
shoes?
are they talking about?
What color are my shoes? Are either of us even wearing
At the right
shoes?
news said, "Hey Pete," waving hand emoji.
Jarphil Swift says, "What's the meaning of life, and how do
At
you find
Jarphil Swift
purpose in the universe?"
2149 said, "What's the meaning of life, or how do you find purpose in the
just repeated
universe?"
Yeah, that's a funny timing. So we're in reasonably real time. What's the meaning of life, and what's the purpose of the universe? My entire social media feed is what's the purpose of the universe these days. All I get fed is, are the aliens? Oh, this is what I've been meaning to ask you since like Monday or since the weekend. Did Trump post a picture of himself walking with an alien?
I heard he did. Yeah.
Okay, but it was him. It wasn't like a fake. It was like his account.
Yeah. I mean, are you surprised, dude?
No, but I don't know what the goal. Is it serious, and he's trying to like prepare us for the fact that he's going to introduce us to aliens, or is he just screwing with everybody?
I just think he's who he is. He just I don't take anything he says seriously, and I know I should because he's the president. But he's just done so many things where I'm like, this guy's a goon. I'm sorry if people are a fan out there, but I'm not
I just
trying to
wanted
be
to
political.
I just wanted to know about the picture. I heard about him walking
It's
with.
it's like an AI picture.
Okay, so it's not phase one of we're rolling out the alien meet and greet.
I mean, that would be cool if it was. I wish it was. I would love for there to be aliens.
You were saying last week, you're like, nothing ever changes, nothing big ever does.
Nothing
change.
ever happens, dude. It's and I stand by that. I wish something would happen.
I mean, something fun, and I mean, hey, we
Something different. Give me something.
I mean, we've in my lifetime. I always talk about this one. Everybody thinks I'm mental. Like, one of the biggest advancements in my early life is I grew up in a house that did not have a microwave. And then I don't remember what year it was. I was like early 80s or something. I was like a little kid, tiny kid. And then all of a sudden we had a microwave, and it was like a game changer. Like, dinner used to take forever. And then you just, especially like when they first came out, literally TV dinners were like high fashion, almost like fine dining. Everyone's like, ooh, TV dinners. And like being able to microwave something, to me, that was like an incredible advancement. Then, of course, I was around before the internet, and then after the internet, another major advancement. And now the way the AI, it was like not here. I feel like it was like 2 seconds ago there was no AI,
Yep.
and now all of a sudden AI. So we've had some technological changes. I feel like computers were kind of always around as I was alive. They've just been getting faster and faster and faster. But yeah, you're right. Nothing like major changes, like as if
I
aliens.
know that's like a very like spoiled first world thing to say. Like, oh my God, there's no like world events that are affecting my life dramatically. But like that's just how it feels. It's just like the news will tell you like everything's terrible and changing and everything's horrible, and then you're just like, well, the stock market keeps going up.
Yeah, yeah,
Nothing in my little life has changed. You know.
yeah.
I mean, there was like a SOHOOTING
Uh,
the other day in San Diego. So
Yeah.
I mean that was a thing,
yeah.
but you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a privileged guy, privileged man, you know, and I just live in a little bubble. Maybe that's it.
I think that story was Monday night. I read the craziest story. Monday night Manhattan. Did you hear about the woman who fell into a manhole?
No.
56-year-old woman, Manhattan. She's driving a Mercedes SUV. Drives up, parks her car on the corner of 54th and 5th, which is literally 2 blocks away from where my apartment was when I lived there. She gets out of her car, steps out, and goes right down a manhole.
Oh boy.
Like just fell right down into it.
Oof.
And it was a 10-foot drop. And apparently the steam in the tunnel down there caused her to go into cardiac arrest, and she died from that.
Jeez.
She didn't die from the initial fall, and so they reviewed all the tapes, and I guess a large truck had driven over it a few minutes earlier and knocked it loose to the point that it like popped right off, and so where she happened to park was just right next to that manhole, and stepped out and just went right down.
Oof.
Like there was an eyewitness, I guess, that they interviewed, and he's like, I saw her get out of her car, and then she disappeared. He's like, I had to double check my eyesight, and it took them like 20 minutes. She was a 56-year-old woman, mother of 2, grandmother as well, and just right down the manhole. And I mean, what a super weird way to go.
That's crazy.
Have you? I remember when I was a little kid, there was a manhole on the street that I grew up on. And for some reason the town workers came and popped it open to go down there and do some work or something like that. I was fascinated. I was like, oh my God. Like I asked the guys, like my little kid brain, I was like, are there tunnels down there? And they're like, oh yeah. And I was like, there's a whole like a whole nother world under there.
That's funny.
And then of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles come out, and I'm like, there's turtles under there? I was
Mutant Ninja Turtles, dude.
totally. I was completely fascinated with it. And then they put the thing back on there, and then I wasn't strong enough to get it off myself. I used to go out there every day and give myself a hernia trying to like take the thing off. I'm like, I want to go back to the secret world underneath the world that I live in. Kid brains are fun
They are. I miss being a young, imaginative little boy.
when everything is amazing.
When your brain is just like this thing you can use to just create images in your head. I think about that sometimes. Is like when you're a kid, how your imagination is just so vivid, and you could just give me a Lego man on a little Lego, and I
Oh,
could
yeah.
imagine that he was like a hoverboarder, like flying through like a 2065 future city, and he's like fighting people and stuff, and I could just be entertained for hours with my own mind. It was incredible.
I used to, there were this is, you want to talk about the biggest stretch of imagination / the cheapest game anybody could ever play,
Yeah.
is I used to take 2 little Dixie cups, like those, those teeny little cups that were like, not the keg cups, but like the ones that you keep next to your sink.
Yeah.
And I would put like a dash of water in each one. So I'm outside. I'm probably like 4 or 5 years old, whatever. I lived at the top of a hill in my town, and I'd put like a little splash of water in one, splash of water in the other. And I had gone, I think it was like 20 steps down the street, and I had a piece of chalk, and I used to draw a line across the street in chalk, and I would pour the 2 cups of water at the same time, and I would bet on which stream of water would make it to the line of chalk before the other one.
That's funny.
I would take a bet on it. And the road, it was not like a very smoothly paved road. It was a little beat up, so there's like a lot of divots and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'd bet on the left stream of water, and it would hit a pebble, and it'd be sitting there pulling at the pebble until it could go around. And I'm like, come on, left stream, you gotta go faster than that. The right stream's getting ahead of you. So
Hilarious.
literally, how much did my parents spend on Dixie cups? Like 99 cents for 100 of them.
Right.
And then I'm out there, and then just using like a dash of water, and I would play that game for like the whole morning or the whole afternoon until my mom was like, "Get your Dixie cups, come on inside."
That was literally all you needed.
That's all I needed to do.
Yeah, I remember one Christmas, my sister, all she wanted was a rope and a cardboard box.
Whoa.
That was all that she wanted. She was like 6 years old, and
Okay.
that's what they got. They got her to that, and she was entertained for about 3 hours.
Did she get a stick too, so she could make a little trap that you put the cardboard box on the stick?
I don't remember what she wanted, and I'm I'll say a little bit about her here. She had this fascination where she would tie her animals up,
Oh.
like by the limbs, like where they would be sprawled out, and she would have these very like complex systems of ropes and ties.
What?
And, like when she was like really young, like 4 years old.
Yeah.
Like, very like intricate, kind of advanced rope systems that she did, and it was
Okay.
really. I remember like as a kid, you don't even think about it. You're just like, whoa, cool, But if I was my parents, I feel like I would have like maybe taken her to a therapist or something.
Yeah.
But she turned out fine. But it was like just an odd.
That's
an
kind
odd
of.
period.
She needed to experience some power. She was the little sister. She needed to experience some power, and she had power over her stuffed animals.
Yeah, while she was also trying to be called Larry. So
Can we get into that? That's just my favorite stories, especially the misconstruedness of that from someone else who thought
Yeah.
that she was
At
Larry.
Gorgaser
Yeah.
said,
I like just popping in and then people just saying random stuff. Last
Right.
night, I made a short out of it today.
At Oglery 4648 said, don't worry about Vincent.
I won't
That's
worry
big
about
dog
Vincent.
stuff.
Big dog. So what's going on over there?
big dog.
Who's
At
big
Football
dog?
Fan
football
9762
fan.
said, what am I listening to now, lol.
What? Larry. We're talking about
At
Larry.
Oglery 4648 said about it.
Larry. We're
Uh,
talking about Larry, my sister. Her name is Larry.
Speaking of being easily entertained as a kid, with the two streams of water there. Oh, no, I was saying last night when I popped into the chat, one comment, I just turn it on. Just every once in a while, I pop into the chat to hear what's going on. One guy's like, what the hell did he say? He said he told me his butt was bleeding. And then the next guy said that he smashed his nards.
Okay.
I was like, all right. And then another guy, like 2 minutes later, said he wanted me to turn him into a skeet filled bottle rocket.
Okay.
And I wasn't even sure what to make
I
of
was
that.
about to say something else, and that was actually worse than what I was going to say.
That one didn't make the short because that sounded really. Oh, and I have to
Yeah.
correct myself. So LT, one of our regulars, was telling me about something that we're supposed to do on Twitch, and I apparently kept saying, "Pull the train," which is something entirely different. You're not supposed to pull the train on Twitch. You're supposed to do a hype train.
Okay. Oh, hype train. Yeah.
What-
So there's a new thing on YouTube too that's called Hype It. Like Hype It.
But can you? But that's only
I
for.
don't see the option.
Well, it's for small channels.
Oh, okay.
So like the smaller channels, you're supposed to be able to have the option to hype their channel.
Okay. That's cool.
I feel like they should give me the ability to hype my long form videos because if YouTube isn't going to do it, let the audience do it.
Right.
I'm committed to posting my surfing videos, but it's so like I feel like I could for a short video. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like they do require effort, but I could just open it up and go hello, and I'd probably get like 5,000 views. Like I think there's a baseline of 5,000 views probably. I still have I've had two in the last week go to 1 million, so those were good. I've had a number of them go a few 100,000. But the last two shorts that I did, where I've recommitted myself to doing surf videos, one of them just broke 1,000 views, and the other one stuck at 500. I'm like, come on, like show them to somebody, please.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough, man, with the longs. I don't know why you can't break the threshold. I
I post the same video just because I want someone to watch it. They're actually doing my surfing videos are doing well on Facebook right now. One of the most common questions I get, and this is how I know my audience is not a surfing audience. It's one of the top 3 questions every time I post a surfing video. Someone always asks, how do you find your board?
I mean, that's a really dumb question.
It is only
But
because,
maybe they don't know about leashes.
well, I think it just speaks to the fact that my audience doesn't know anything about surfing.
Yeah.
It's attached to you. Everything when I'm surfing is attached to me. I wear a hat and I wear glasses, and I think any video you've ever seen of me when I'm out and about and not sitting here on this couch, I've got this, I don't know what color it is. It's probably like yellow or green, whatever that necklace I'm always wearing on the weekends. And it's a paracord necklace. It actually can hold 550 pounds. So I really hope it never gets wrapped around anything. But what I do is I clip my hat and I clip my glasses to it. So if anything falls off, it's not going anywhere. It's just going to dangle off of my necklace. And then surfboards, of course, are attached to your ankle through a leash.
Yes, for those who don't know.
I know some people like to surf without a leash. I think it's just a longboard thing, though. Do you ever surf without a leash? I don't see the point.
Sometimes, but people do because they think it makes them go faster or that it's kooky to wear a leash. So yeah.
I think it's crazy to not wear one because if you're out there surfing and someone loses their board, you expect it's going to stop, 5 or 6 feet away from them. But if someone loses their board and it just keeps going, like that could be bad. You've just shot a missile at somebody.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. A lot of people who longboard don't wear leashes when they should. I think it's really dangerous, and I kind of don't like it when people do it, even though I do it all the time when I'm longboarding. But I can hold on to my board, but a lot of people can't.
Hey, look, I said, hey, look, but I got a sound. You got a visual cue over there. We got a phone call, and I didn't even put the phone number up there. Should we see who knows the phone number without even me putting it up there? It's probably going to be a regular or someone that just did a lot of research. I'm not really sure. We'll get to actual phone calls later, but I'm kind of curious who the heck is calling us right now. 760-517-6844. Who's this random caller calling when we're not taking callers?
Oh, my bad. I didn't know y'all weren't taking callers.
No, that's okay. You just started the trend. Who is this?
My name's Colton.
Colton, what's
I'm
going
from
on?
Utah.
Nice. That's where
Not
Nisha,
much.
my surf coach, is from Utah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Sick.
Not a lot of surfing out there, I think. Is there?
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly just hydrofoiling,
Oh.
which, I mean, isn't really surfing.
Yeah, have you ever hydrofoiled, Brooks? I feel like you've
No, I
wanted to.
haven't.
That
I want to.
I feel like it sounds relatively interesting, but I don't want to decapitate myself, and I feel like that is a fear of one of those things because those blades are sharp.
Yeah.
What prompted the phone call, Colton? What's going on?
Honestly, not much. I was just kind of bored.
Okay. Well then, thank you for the phone call. I wonder how he even knew. I didn't think the phone number posted anywhere. We'll take some more phone calls when Banana pops in, or when we run out of random stuff to talk about. Oh, things keep popping in my head. I was talking about dumb toys and games I played with when I was a kid. I used to go to the public library when I was a kid for fun. Like it was a good time. The 2 most popular books at the Winchester Public Library, the town that I grew up in, and I think anybody in my age group will know this one, was the National Geographic, where the lady in Africa who had the big giant basket on her head and her exposed top was probably the most popular one through all the boys. There were boobs at the library, which was super amazing. And then there was a book called I think it was called The Art of the Samurai, and it was in the children's section. I don't know why. And so like every kid, this is like when I was like in 5th grade, every boy would go to the library and would check out The Art of the Samurai, and it literally taught you how to like punch people.
Really?
Yeah. It was definitely in the kids section, and there was one punch. It was like hit someone in the solar plexus, and there was one that I remember it was teaching you the web. So instead of punching someone in the neck, you'd web them in the neck.
Yeah.
And it would teach you all these different, and then it taught you where the pressure points were, and if you pushed on someone's chest, like right in the middle, It was like a pressure point. So the boys in my elementary school, we would go to the library, we would rent this book for, or borrow the book for 3 days or whatever, and then we'd basically just punch each other in the schoolyard for a few days. I don't know. I don't exactly know what the adults were thinking when they put that in the children's section or what they thought was going to happen, but that's what happened. We all learned how to punch each other.
Well, you got to learn at some point, right?
Learn how to punch people. Did you ever play Kill the Man with the Ball?
No.
How about, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of it. There's a game called, it's the word for taking one's own life, SUI. Did you ever play that?
No. Wait, what? It was a game that was.
Yeah. So you take a ball. It was generally either a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, and you'd throw it at the wall in front of you. There'd be
Oh, okay. I think I remember this.
six,
Game. Yeah,
eight,
yeah,
10
yeah.
guys.
That was a gnarly game.
Yeah, and if the ball came to you and you caught it cleanly, then you just threw it back off the wall, and then the next person catches it cleanly.
Yeah.
But
No, I
if
remember
someone tries to catch it and then they flub it, then someone else gets to pick up the ball and whip it at the guy who flubbed the ball in the first place.
Yes. Yeah. There was a lot of games. I mean, the fact that we played dodgeball in middle school gym. I mean, I wonder if they do that now. Did you do that?
I did.
Yeah. And it was the whole point of the game was just to peg as hard, people as hard as you could with the ball in the face.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wonder if they do that now.
I don't know. Dodgeball is totally acceptable. That was a school event. Like
Yeah. That was like in gym class.
what's the tetherball? I remember playing tetherball, and they had installed a longer rope because we were little kids. We were like in first grade, and the first graders couldn't reach after the first or second hit, and so they installed a longer rope, and then a kid in the grade above me was playing against someone else, and the rope wrapped around his neck twice, and then like it got stuck basically around his neck. Like the ball wrapped around his neck twice, and then they couldn't get it off, and he was like sitting there turning colors. And someone finally, like one of the teachers, like managed to unravel it. I'm like, holy hell, that was a crazy thing to watch. But Kill the Man with the Ball, like that, we used to play that, and the resilience of you when you're a kid. So Kill the Man with the Ball, you run around with the ball, and then people try and tackle you. It's
Right.
basically football with no rules whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then once you get brought down, then you give up the ball, and then someone else goes and picks it up. I remember so we used to play that in elementary school endlessly. Did you play that one?
Yeah. Someone just said that they banned dodgeball.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, honestly, probably a good thing. Like that was a way that if you really didn't like someone,
yeah.
you could like really, really mess them up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was.
I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't a very athletic kid at the time. I just remember like it was like being put out in front of a
Firing squad.
firing squad, and I was just running. I don't think I ever hit someone with the ball. I was just always trying to run away.
Oh, I remember all these things fondly because, up until the time I was 8, like I had fairly decent eyesight. I remember like standing in the circle and like seeing the ball come and be like, thunk, I caught it. Like, yeah, screw you. You're trying to take me out. But I remember, I think it was like it was junior year going into senior year. I was at the beach with a bunch of my friends, and we hadn't played Kill the Man with the Ball since we'd been in like 4th grade or 5th grade or something. And literally, like the first guy was running, and someone like tackled him to the ground, and he's like, "Oh, I cannot play this game as an adult." Like full-sized adults, not in football pads, can't tackle each other.
No, there's too many breakable parts.
It's crazy though when
If
you're a kid.
someone did that to me, I would like. For me, even skateboarding now is a terrifying
I know.
thing. If I fall, dude, it's way too far.
I heard a reel from Tony Hawk. This is like 2 or 3 years ago now. He was talking about like he doesn't like pushing himself to do the crazy tricks that he used to do anymore because now healing just takes forever. Like
Yeah.
you don't heal. Thank you for the
Now
follow.
he's in CoQ10 commercials on Fox News.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time I go to the gym, I see a Tony Hawk commercial.
I mean, it's amazing what you can heal from when you're a kid. I remember in 7th grade, I was playing like a pickup game of basketball with my friends and like rolled my ankle, like straight up, like my leg was straight and my ankle touched the pavement, just totally went like sideways. and it hurt like hell. I was down on the ground. So I'm down on the ground for like 3 minutes. Then I get up. Then I actually walk back to my house, which is like 2 blocks away. I went home and I had like a freeze pop or something, or like a Kool-Aid or something. And then I was like, I think it's better. I think I'm good. And then I walked back and continued to play the game. Now, if I rolled my ankle, it would be like a 3-month procedure.
Yeah, it would. You might not recover from it.
No, I do. Whenever I get an injury now, like if something happens while I'm out surfing, I was like, this is gonna be bothering me till the end of the year.
Dude, I'm so terrified of injuring myself. I'm so terrified of it.
Yeah, because it just lasts forever and ever.
Yeah, it's like will it come back? I don't know.
Yeah,
You know?
might not.
It may not.
Speaking of injuries in the water, everybody keeps telling me this year is going to be a very sharky year in the water.
That's true.
That's not good.
Yeah, the water's been so warm. That's why.
I mean, I don't know the answer to this. Because there's more sharks, does that mean that there's a higher chance that I'm going to get eaten out there? Or is it just not really happen?
I mean, it's hard to say, right? But like, I think with the warmer water, there's more juveniles, and I think those are less likely to bite. But I don't know. I don't know what more means. I mean, like I told you before, I've been out at San Onofre when there's ones jumping all around, and no one cares.
I feel like I might care. There's the idea of it kind of freaks me. I mean, everybody knows. Well, now I'm blanking on her name. I can't think about it. Hamilton, Bethany. Let's see what this is. Oh, is this going to be gibberish?
It's not fully gibberish. Notice that she tipped 69 cents.
Oh, it was $3.69.
Yeah.
She sent one in last night, and I felt bad because Bodu Fasusa.
I saw that he gave you a good one.
He gave me a 50 last night, and then he gave me like phonetics on how to say it, and I'm like, I'm still not saying it right because I couldn't remember. Bodu.
It's like
Bodu Fasa.
Bodu Faso.
Bodu Faso. Okay. But she sent one La Matea lo Sisi Platza, which I should remember that. It's hard remembering gibberish the way that the stupid text to speech says it. But she did one last night, and then someone jumped her at the same exact time on Twitch, and their text to speech got read, and hers didn't. I was like, oh, sorry about that. But I had a feeling she was probably saying something to the effect of sneaky pedis stinklepotamus or sneaky sensations.
Yes, that's typically what comes out of her super chats, but we appreciate it.
I do appreciate the super chats.
The same.
Oh yeah. Sharks getting eaten by sharks. Oh yeah, I mean it's happened. Bethany Hamilton. I mean she lost her arm to a shark. Like it has happened. So it's not like I discount it entirely. And someone did mail me something a while ago that was called like a shark band or something like that.
Oh yeah, I know about those.
Yeah, and you're supposed to put it around your ankle, and it's supposed to deter the shark. I don't. I mean, if a shark spots you from a distance, those efforts are fast. They're going to come at you at like 25 miles an hour.
I don't think any of those are real.
I was going to say, if a shark is screaming up at you at 25 miles an hour because it's determined to take a bite out of you, all of a sudden it gets a sniff of the shark band around your ankle. Is it going to be like, oh, well, no, not that guy?
Yeah, no. It's going to bite you if it wants to bite you. But they don't really want to bite you. I'm convinced that they're not trying to bite you.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe. Up north they do bite. They do be biting people.
When I was like my first year of surfing, I would paddle out by myself, and I'd watched the movie The Meg with audio description. Do you know what this movie was?
The AI girl.
No.
Oh, that's just Meg.
No, it was short for Megalodon. It was the gigantic, massive, huge shark that used to exist in like prehistoric ages. And the thing had a mouth the size of like a city bus. Like it could swallow a bus like lengthwise in its mouth. And I remember I used to sit out there by myself, and I was, I couldn't really see what was going on. I still had a little more sensitivity to light and dark at that point, and I'd just be sitting there by myself, and I kept thinking like, the Meg's beneath me, the Megalodon is beneath me, and it's just going to jump up and swallow me. And it used to get in my head. I'm like, because I can't see anything coming when I'm out there.
Right.
I'm just floating around in the water. I'm like, there's some shark like beneath me right now, and I don't even know. It used to get in my head so much, but I don't. I try not to. The more eminent fear is, at least for me, the more realistic fear is the stupid stingrays.
Yeah, well, those are way more common, obviously, to get hit by one of those.
I got hit by one so bad that I had to lay on my back and keep my foot elevated for 13 days because the damn thing got infected. Because people don't know a stingray or a bat ray, I guess there's both out here in the San Diego area. It stabs you. It's got a tail like a whip. It like goes whoop, and it gets you with a barbed tail that once it rips it out of your skin, it's like a
Well, the little spikes on
Yeah.
it go like the opposite way.
Right.
So like you can't pull it back out.
Yeah, it's anchor shaped barbs. So when it
Yeah.
does yank it out, it like rips your flesh out. But the tip of the tail when it goes into you deposits venom
Yeah.
in you. And so the first thing, like I remember when I got hit, I was at Warm Waters. It was the first day I'd ever met Jimmy Redmond, the founder of Liquid Force, and he was out there with me, and I just go ah, because I actually thought it felt like somehow someone had like whipped a rock at me. It didn't make any sense because my foot was underwater.
Interesting.
But that's what it felt like. So it felt like someone took like a small rock and like pegged it at my foot. And I was like, what is that random pain? And Jimmy came up to me. He's like, I think you got hit by a stingray.
How did he know?
There were a bunch of them.
Oh,
Like he was close, and I guess it was one of those days when you wade out into the water and there's just stingrays everywhere.
okay.
But what had happened to me is I got off my board and landed on one. I rode my board all the way into shallow water. And I jumped off and landed on a stingray, and it just and stabbed me. And I remember thinking at the time, like, this isn't so bad. Like this doesn't even hurt that much. Like like I said, someone whips a rock at you, and then you kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
Did Banana just come in?
No, that was me taking off my shoes.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard the gate too. But Jimmy and then the lifeguard told me they're like the pain's gonna get worse. I'm like, I can deal with it. But yeah, the longer that venom stays in you, it did start to get crazy painful. Like to the point like, oh my, it has to stop. Like it has to stop getting worse. Like I can't. It needs to stop. Have you ever been hit?
Where's wood? There's no wood in here. Oh gosh. No, I haven't. But yeah. I know. I've heard it's extremely painful.
Yeah, it was like the fact that the pain kept ramping up and ramping up and ramping up, and then I finally got home, and what they tell you to do is like pour as hot a water on it as you can,
Yeah.
and so I just basically sat there in the tub with the water on like as scolding as I could, and that was the only thing that made it not hurt. And the moment I would take the hot water off my foot, it would start hurting really bad again. And Banana was worried because the lifeguard said that there might have been some like bacteria or something that was in my foot. So she took me to the hospital. And the doctor, he's like, I can't tell. He's like, I can clean it. I can use some alcohol. And so he did. He cleaned the area. He said, but the only way to make sure that we remove the bacteria is for me to numb your foot, take a scalpel, and literally scoop out that region of your foot.
Jeez.
And that was the option he gave me. And I'm like, how good did you clean it a minute ago? He's like, I used all the disinfectant I could. I'm like, all right, that's good enough. The idea of him like cutting a bigger hole around my small hole sounded horrible.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But as it turns out, that was probably the best thing to do because it kind of healed up over the next day and a half. And then at the end of the second day or the beginning of the third day, I can't remember, my foot blew up. Like just like double its size. And Banana said it was like turning blue because he was right. There was bacteria in there. There was just a nasty infection, and it just got really bad. And I had to go back again. They put me on some crazy antibiotics. Those antibiotics didn't even work. They had to put me on stronger ones. And then finally, after 13 days from the first hit, my foot shrank back down to like its normal size, and I could walk on it again. So when I think about sea creatures that I'm afraid of, like that, the realistic fear is stupid stingrays.
Yeah, they're more scary.
Now, is that Banana?
Yes. No, that's a random guy. I'm gonna actually run to the bathroom really quick.
All right, that makes it easier for Banana to sneak in here. We will be taking phone calls now that Banana has arrived. Let me get your headphones out, Banana. If you are here. Are you here, Banana?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. How do I know? Wow. Here's some headphones for you.
Thank you.
Here's a microphone for you.
Not ready for it.
Okay. Setting up. Where's the third mic? There it is. So, yes, we will be getting to talk to Banana in just a couple minutes. See if everybody is settled in. Is that microphone on, Banana?
I think so.
Yes. All right. Very good. So let me put the phone number up on the screen, 760-517-6844. There's a very banana themed blind guy unboxing that I'm going to be dropping this weekend. Have you been enjoying your gigantic banana themed towel?
Yes, actually, it's very, very soft.
It's the biggest towel. Like, why is it so huge?
I don't think it's meant to be like a beach towel. I think it's just like a throw down, at the park.
Oh, okay. Because I tried wrapping it around myself, and it was like just dangling on the ground. Like
I think it's for everybody to sit on.
Okay, well, that was right. That came from Matea Brown. She decided to give us a whole bunch of banana themed stuff. So check out that blind guy unboxing this Saturday on YouTube and TikTok, and Sunday on Facebook and Instagram. Before we
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Seeing as how you're talking about banana themed stuff.
Yeah.
I purposely wore my I Blame Steve. It's okay. My Blame Steve hat, which is like banana colored.
Oh, it is?
And honestly, on the side camera, it looks like a Donald Duck brim, which is not. It's not. This is like focused weird. But anyways.
So on that camera, it looks like a Donald Duck?
Yeah, like on the. Oh no, no, you moved it.
Oh, okay.
Like that one. It looks like it has an unusually long brim. Like, Brooks, look at the thing for a second. Doesn't it look like a
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but it's a normal hat.
Is that Steve's mooing over there? Going.
Probably because I said I blame Steve. He's like, I didn't even do anything.
How crazy is it? You told me that there was some app that you were shopping on, and like right before checkout, they just showed you that hat.
Yep.
Brooks, how good, I mean, this is like your business, like getting people to buy stuff. Like, how crazy is there? I don't even know what the word
Our
is.
phones are just listening to us, and it was like,
But it knew Steve.
yeah. And we're constantly like, Steve. Oh my God, Steve. Steve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that it gave her a hat that said, I blame Steve, to me
Well,
is.
my options were also an I Blame Steve t-shirt
Oh
or
my
a
God.
like I Blame Steve everything.
I think that's crazy.
I think it's crazy that they presented it to me in like a banana colored.
All of that.
Yeah, and like this is the one that like caught my eye. I was like, oh, I do like that. Oh, it says I blame Steve.
I feel like some guy in the factory was literally like making that hat up for you as you were in the checkout line.
I'm
They're like,
sure.
quick, make something for her.
Yeah, I totally.
That is funny. Before we do the phone calls, do you want to check out some of Banana's handy camera work on a Catch a Wave with Pete?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so we'll do.
Now it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
All right, we've got 2 sessions to review with Banana's fancy camera work. The first one we played at the start of this show, and the other one we played at the start of the show yesterday. But I think you got some interesting stuff here, Banana.
The seagull wants to get so close to me. I don't even have any food. What up? Okay, bye.
The day's so boring, you're just filming the seagulls.
You wanted to make a friend.
Nice.
First of all, what's impressive is that you're surfing in your trunks.
Oh, I am?
Oh, yeah.
You have no, not you.
Oh.
Brooks.
This was this in Encinitas? Like, where was this?
I don't know which one we're watching, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Where did you make friends with a bird, Banana?
I feel like that was actually Hemlock.
Okay. So you're trunking it, huh, Brooks?
Yeah.
He was.
Oh.
Oh, this is like.
Nice.
I recognize Jordan's voice in the background of this video. I know what this is.
Okay, I was like, is this the Casey Neistat?
Yeah, this is the day we surfed with Casey Neistat.
That's because that day was super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banana, there's a clip of you from this day, Banana, and you go, I don't care what's about to happen. I'm going to get heat stroke. I'm going in the water.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and the moment you went in the water was the day that, or the moment that me and Casey
Yeah,
caught.
like got a party
Yeah.
party wave. Yeah.
He snuck up from behind me and gave me a high five. Yeah, no one caught it. Yep, that's the end of that one. And then a different day. So this one, I think, Banana, is there's a guy I guess you'll probably see it. Smashing rocks. I feel like I need your perspective on this.
That was fun.
Nice. That was great. Nice. I
I
have
think I
happy
get barreled
surfers.
on this one.
Oh, someone just got barreled.
Someone.
This guy needs to get like some aggression out or something. Oh yeah, this pounding rocks on the sand.
Those kids are
Like,
A little bit of autism.
So what is he doing?
like he's just smashing large rocks. Like he
Having
does.
fun doing that, I guess.
I can't really imagine it. So he's just picking up rocks and just what? Just throwing them on other
It
rocks?
would be like the equivalent of like throwing beer bottles to see them smash or something. He needs to like get it out. But meanwhile, there's like people right there at the shore. There's like two little kids that just walked by.
What? I mean, what if a rock fragment shot backwards or towards the kids or something? Like, was this guy supervised? Like, what was going on?
No, did he
I
throw
think
another?
something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
He's got the gait of someone with problems.
Okay.
Right?
I can tell. I got a radar for these things.
So Nisha catches me. Then I think she turns around and catches you getting barreled here.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never saw that shot before. That's cool.
On the water shots. So there you go. There's Catch a Wave with Pete. There's a few waves right there. But Banana
I
is
think you
here.
need a theme song for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you need like a
Something to play while we're straight up jingle.
Yeah, like a jingle.
Catch a wave with Pete.
It'd be like a jingle for all my sarcasm.
I like that. We have this one.
Now we open up the phone lines for your
I like
chance
this
to
one.
talk to Banana.
Yeah, I like that one.
So
Well, nobody really wants to talk to me. They want to talk to you.
I don't know about that.
But it's a good little image.
Oops. I think I just killed the first. I think I might have killed them. Is someone there?
Hello.
Well, what did I do? I think I put them on hold twice. Hello. I guess.
Hello?
That person's not there. I don't think. Oh, there's. All right. So, there. I got it this time. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I gave you no warning whatsoever, but hopefully you are there. Who's this? Yeah, this person. Hello. It's Danny trying to sound
Is this for real?
trying to sound older, I think.
Hello.
Hello.
Tell Michael I say hi.
I was like whispering, make him sound older. Is
I
that
don't
what
know.
you
Yeah.
want?
Makes it sound a little
You gotta try
creepy.
to sound like a grandpa.
Is he still there? Or do we... No, he's still. Now he's just breathing at us. Stop breathing at us and say something.
Okay.
Let him talk.
Yeah, say something.
What did Michael do? We gotta-
I had a question about specifically for banana.
Okay, what is it?
Is your favorite color yellow because of bananas, or is it a different color?
It's actually my least favorite color.
She hates
I
yellow.
don't like the color yellow.
And what did he say? It sounded like he said.
Very ironic.
That's very ironic. I agree with you.
The effort that goes into just asking about your favorite color.
My favorite color is anything that's like a bluish green. But I happen to love bananas
Bluish green. You love gray, right?
to wear. But like what I want to look at in life is like,
Oh, there's
Okay.
a touch of gray.
It is. It is.
Oh.
The amount of yellow stuff that has been sent to you over the years, and you seem to enjoy it when it's banana themed, but just straight up yellow for the sake of yellow.
yeah, like I would never put yellow in my home to decorate.
I think when we came out here for a visit, didn't we rent a yellow Mustang?
Hell no, we did not.
I think they offered us a yellow Mustang. That's what it was. They offered us a yellow Mustang, and you were like, no,
I'll take silver.
not driving a yellow car. All right, I think that was Danny. He was doing his best not to get me tagged by the YouTube children police, but mostly he was just kind of creeping me out. And also, it sounded like he said, I have a syphilis question for Banana. I don't.
Serious question.
Oh, serious question. I thought he said a syphilis question. I was like, what the hell is happening right now? 760-51. Thank you for the effort there, Danny, not Danny. 760-517-6844. Talking to you guys. Who's this?
This is Kim.
Hey, Kim, what's
Kim.
going on?
Hey, it's so good to talk to you.
Good to be talked to. What's happening this evening?
Um, It's actually been a really crappy day, and I could use some advice.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
full of advice. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's good or not.
um, I live in Utah, and I have been trying to find a job for 3 months now. And every job that I've applied for, they've either left me in the dust, like left me in the dark, and haven't said anything. And literally today I had one job. I went in there and like introduced myself to them,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and the guy looked at me and he was like, "Well, what's your name?" And I said, "Kim." And he was like, "Oh, I was supposed to call you, but I got busy. But we decided to go in a different
Direction.
Oh, it's a
direction."
waste of your time to go down there then.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I thought I was doing them a favor, but
So what
he
is that?
looked at me and he was,
What?
huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to ask you a question. Like, what are you looking for? General advice? Are you looking for like you gotta maybe not apply to the same places that you're applying to? Maybe switch directions.
I think how do you take like how do you take rejection in a positive way? Because I even asked him, I was like, what am I doing wrong and how can I do better in my interviews?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, we have our reasonings. We don't owe you an explanation.
Yeah.
And that's the end of this conversation. And I just stood there in silence for a minute, like, what a dick.
Yeah, I
mean,
agree. I agree with that. But then, like at the end of the day, you have to realize a lot of people don't have like the bandwidth or the capacity or whatever to try to like get on a human level and say like, "Hey, like we're sorry you're disappointed, but this is the reason." Whatever. Like this person is like, my advice to you is don't overthink his reaction
Well,
because
I'm the master of rejection because of my line of work.
yeah,
So if I do 200 auditions in maybe a week or two, I will not get 199 of them. The success rate in the voiceover business is so low. And I used to take it very, very personally. I would even talk to Banana about it. I'm like, I'm literally putting out my personality, my voice, and these people are rejecting me personally, but they're not. They don't know you. You just
Yeah.
walked in and you just, stuck your face in front of this guy and he read a couple lines on a resume and talked to you he doesn't actually know you. You personally are not being rejected. And there could
That's
be
good of it.
a million
It's
different
not you.
Yeah, there could be a million different reasons why they're not going with you. But if I could give you any bit of advice, if you do get an in-person interview, is walk in there with as much confidence and competence as you can. Employers will be very impressed with that. Don't walk in with any hesitation. I do remember back in college, one of my majors was advertising, and the head of a major advertising agency came in to speak to us, and he told us a story. One day they were hiring a crop of interns, and this one kid walked in carrying a shovel, like a full-sized snow shovel. And he's like, I had to ask the kid what was with the shovel. And the kid said, I will literally shovel your shit if you give me this opportunity.
So make yourself stand out.
Yeah, he's like, I couldn't not hire that kid. He's like,
Pretty good.
it just, yeah, sure, because that's what an internship is. You're literally
Yeah.
shoveling shit, fetching coffee, but it gets you in the door. This might not be 100% relatable to your particular job search, but do something that is a little above and beyond. Sound very confident. Don't walk in. I feel like employers can smell it on you if you walk in on the heels of a lot of rejections, because that can start to get you down. Same thing with me in voice acting. If I am on my 50th rejection and my 51st read is, you should buy Ford because the new Ford is out. If you can hear it in my voice, so I go into every opportunity feeling like I'm super qualified. I'm going to be the best. I give my best performance, and that gives me the best shot of getting hired. So hopefully any of that will help you out a little bit.
I think you're right. Try not to take it personally. And I'm a people pleaser, but I'm also an overthinker.
Mm.
And so taking everything personal, that is one of my worst traits. And I'm definitely working on it. I've been going to therapy since I graduated high school. And
Yeah, the
um,
overthinking I can relate to, you know,
Yeah.
like the overthinking is not benefiting you, it's not benefiting me. Like, it's, you know, you have no idea. You could be so off track. Like your brain could go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and then like where your thought began is like it's nowhere
Yeah,
where that what
exactly.
that guy was ever thinking about you.
I'll
You know what I
say
mean?
this too, like, and not to, this isn't necessarily gonna like make you feel better, but the job market is also
Flooded.
completely cooked right
Yeah,
now. Like
yeah.
it is as bad as I can remember it. And I have one friend who I won't say his name obviously, but he was a very qualified dude, had a really good job as like a database administrator, and he's been out of work for a little over a year, and now is working at a restaurant and couldn't get a job at Starbucks or Target. So
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can't take these things personally. A lot of times it's just things that are out of your control. And also there's a million other people competing. So I would just say, yeah, stop taking things personally. Obviously that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I would take things personally too.
Yeah.
I still do. But it's just the way things are right now. And what I tell everyone is like, figure out what your side hustle can
Right.
be.
I was going to say cast a
you
wide
are
net.
really good at
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and Pete
literally-
is too. These two guys are very good at a side hustle.
Think
Yeah.
of any way you can monetize yourself. That's what I always say. If you're an able-bodied person, there's a lot of things you can do.
What if you're a disabled person with no eyesight?
Well,
You know?
I mean, you're a little more limited. You're right, but you figured it out.
Yeah.
Last night I made $90 on YouTube.
Totally.
Mostly because of Boduf Safasafusu.
I still side hustle so I can buy the stuff I want to buy without hearing people like, do we really need this? You know?
Yeah.
Do you need your 47th gray sweater?
I mean, in that moment, probably. Good thing I bought it for myself.
Yeah, I mean you're right, Brooks. You want to target the job that you want, but also in the meantime, wide net, just wherever else.
Anything you think you can do, I would say do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a crazy money maker. I have no idea what you do, Kim, but like, if you need to side hustle, dog walking. Dog
Oh,
walking is
man.
like a money maker.
I'll just say it. Pokemon reselling.
Hey, no, it's over.
It's not over.
It's
Okay.
not over. I had a girl that was working in radio production in New York with me. This is years ago. She quit to become a professional dog walker, and I thought it was crazy at the time. But we lived in Manhattan, and anybody with a dog in Manhattan, I thought was crazy. First of all,
Yeah.
But
But if they can afford a dog walker,
yeah, so that you get the dog, and then you immediately get a dog walker. And she told me it was like 3 shifts. It was like the 10 a.m., the 2 p.m., and the 5 p.m. because everybody's work. And she'd grab like 20 dogs for $50 each, and then she'd do that 3 times a day. I'm like, holy hell!
Yeah.
I'm like, you're making like 6 figures automatically just by walking dogs.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's you can
grand a
figure
day.
stuff out. You can deliver groceries. You can Uber.
Yeah.
It just depends on where you live.
you can sell foot pictures on online.
Okay,
That's
it's
true
shifted.
too. True too.
760-517-6844, talking to you guys about anything. I appreciate when people call up with anything other than how did you go blind?
Yeah, I like that question.
Yeah, that was a good one. We get to combine our experience and hopefully help someone out. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Who we got on the line now?
Hello, I have one question.
Yes.
Quickly.
What do you see?
See, that's why it's supposed to be 18 plus.
Yeah,
Oh, here's something coming from Twitch, Brooks.
Okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
You can only write so much
Okay, I'll
before the
read
text
rest
is
of it. No
oh.
family equals no support for me. A lot of mine seems so trivial compared to going blind, but it's really hard to feel like I'm making any progress.
No one's bad news or depression is trivial. Everybody's trauma is their trauma. You don't have to compare it to someone else's in order to make it valid.
Okay, I have a phrase, and like, I'm sorry if it's religious because I don't even know if it is, but I feel like it might be. But it's just, this too shall pass. It is like.
Well, it sounds like he's been in a.
Yeah.
If you say that, and he's been in a decade-long.
Yeah, but like
spin,
this.
I mean, it
too
will
shall
eventually.
pass.
Yeah.
Like,
Didn't Gandalf say that when he was trying to flee from
He
Mordor?
said you shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
Close. A little different.
But to address all that, like how I didn't is I'm very future focused. And I set goals for the next day, for the next week, for the next month, for the next year, and I always keep those in mind, and I just try and stay busy. I think the busier you are when everything is going wrong, and I think, Brooks, you and I have talked about this in the past. If things are going wrong, if your life's falling apart, if you're depressed, whatever has happened, if your mom stole $15,000 from you, and all you have time to do is dwell on that, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. But the busier you can keep your mind and yourself in that circumstance, the better off you'll be in the long run.
And the advice is not to like, forget it ever happened. It's just like in that moment when you feel yourself, like you want to like cry yourself, like, into bed or whatever, like don't do that. Just like get up, do stuff, keep going.
Yeah.
One foot in front of the other.
I think my two most depressed periods were when I ended up writing 2 different albums. Like I just needed to, with my band, like I just need to get busy. Something else that was going to take my mind. For me, it's always a creative endeavor. I know some people when they're depressed and not doing well, they take on like home projects or woodworking projects or something. It doesn't have to be a job, just
Did you
something that
pick
keeps you busy.
woodworking because that's what I did during COVID when I was depressed?
Yes, I think a lot of people out in San Diego are like, I'm going to be a carpenter, ironically.
They're making sourdough bread back
Yeah,
then. That was a big depression coat.
Totally,
Make
yeah.
yourself some depression bread.
Gardening, some people decide.
And getting a puppy, that has to be top of the list. Everybody got a puppy.
That's true.
COVID puppy.
COVID puppy. You could try smashing rocks like that.
Yeah,
in the video.
That's a good idea.
That's a good one. But that is definitely just busy as possible. 760-517-6844. If you guys want to do a super chat, $3 or more on YouTube, get that read out loud. 200 bits or more on Twitch will get it read to us. And we're taking your phone calls right now. Who is this?
Hey, Pete, it dropped the call right when I was in the middle of talking to you.
Is
this Kim?
Is this Kim?
It's Kim,
Oh.
yeah.
Sorry about that. What was the end?
Oh, I was just going to say kind of what Banana was talking about. Like, I called one of the places that I interviewed for, and I said, hey, I would love to set up an interview with you. When would be a good time? She loved, like, my assertiveness.
Nice.
But I still didn't get offered the job.
I think it goes back to what Brooks said. It's like it's probably a flooded market.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's just a bad market right now.
What field are you working in or trying to work in?
So hospitality or receptionist, like call center,
Yep.
or like answering phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough
It's
one.
just like there's so many people. Like this actually reaffirms the fact that you should not take this personal.
And that also, I'm sure a lot of those are probably getting outsourced these days to a number of different things, to a different country or possibly to AI. The system this phone system here, it has a thing on it called auto receptionist. I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd always appreciate a human touch, but and the reason, I think a lot of the reason, everybody's afraid of getting sued these days. So when someone doesn't give you the reason as to why they didn't hire you, they're afraid to give you anything because they might give you something, they might give you cause to call up a lawyer and say that you were discriminated against. So
Yeah, that's a good point too. They're like, I'm not supposed to say anything further.
yeah, when they don't give you anything, again, don't take any of it personally, and just keep plugging at it. And after we lost you, like Brooke said, try and look to other avenues and opportunities
She
as
wants
well.
to say one last thing.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your advice. It's so good to talk to you guys. You guys are awesome, and I love your videos. And Pete, you are just an amazing example, and I will definitely keep trying because I'm a fighter and I don't give up.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure I'll find something.
Yeah, you'll persevere for sure.
Good luck, Kim. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for calling. It's nice to talk to you too.
Thanks for calling back. But Nina, I read today. I think Brooks and I are in luck. I mean, I'm not on the market or anything, but the era of the dad bod is over, according to a Fashion Week magazine that I was reading an article of today.
Why was it in?
Yeah, the dad bod the dad bod's been like hot basically since since like COVID or like right after COVID. Like girls like dad bods because a guy with a dad bod is not threatening, I think is the whole thing. Like he seems stable. Like a lot of women didn't like an overly jacked the workout guy. They wanted someone that seems safe, probably someone that made them feel better about themselves. Like I got a much better body than this guy. But
that's true.
That they just did a new study, and I wish I could tell you where it was. I'm blanking on exactly where it was, but they showed photographs of different body types to over 3,000 men and 3,000 women. The 3,000 men, on average, selected a woman with 33% body fat as their ideal sexual partner.
I don't know body fat percentages.
What's
a normal one?
You're less than 33.
Yeah.
You're probably around
If-
10 to
If
11.
a woman is at like 10 or 11, they're super lean, super skinny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for men, it used to be they liked men with a dad bod, which was upward up to 40%, so kind of a
Yeah.
roly-poly guy. But out of the 3,000 women that were showed pictures of men with different body fat, they said that they preferred men. Get this, Brooks. 15% or less.
That's
Ooh,
gnarly.
yeah.
That's like super lean.
That's very
Basically,
lean.
the women
Yeah.
are like, let's step it up, men.
Like we want the most
Yeah.
ripped dude
Yeah,
possible.
get back to the gym. What are you doing?
basically.
But you don't to have that kind of body fat, because Banana, you don't see. I used to be into this a lot when I was like working out heavily and stacking and doing all sorts of. So if I could keep my body weight, or if I could keep my body fat under 10%, like that was like a bodybuilding goal.
Yeah, that's bodybuilding.
And in the day when you want to, the day when you want to compete, you want to be around like 5 or 6%. So your like veins are out and you're ripped and everything.
That is so unattractive to
It
me.
is.
I don't like
It's
that.
it's not, but it's
very unhealthy.
it
too.
is. It's very unhealthy.
Yeah.
But so a guy that is 15% or less, like I'm probably right around 15 right now. But it could also, it doesn't mean a ripped guy. It could also be a really thin guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I've never like hugged you, Brooks, but you're a significant amount taller and
I would say I'm less lean than you. I'm like a little skinny fat, but I'm probably like 18 to 20%. I would say. Yeah.
So if you lose 3%, you're going to be the now you got the ideal. But so girls like skinnier guys all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, there's something about skinny guys that I have heard that girls all know that makes you more attractive.
Just being skinny.
Well, if you're tall and skinny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think tall takes care of 90%.
Yeah, I was gonna say tall. Yeah, tall. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tall is really all that matters.
Yeah.
But specifically being a lanklet like me, a lank guy.
It has been not not like I was out looking like it was causing me any problems, but it was just kind of like it was a weird niggle in the back of my head that for like the past 5 years, girls like the dad bod. I was like, why? Like, what is this all about?
Right. Like I have to get fat now.
Yeah, because I work out like a maniac, and
You work out to make sure, like, your fitness is important, bone strength is important, and you're of a certain age where you need to like keep lifting those weights.
You're making it sound like I'm
I
geriatric.
know.
I'm not gonna, my bone density
I
isn't going to go
started and I
down.
didn't know how to backpedal.
But-
Basically, I was like, it's important for your bones, not your
Jesus,
muscles.
I'm not going to like fall in the shower and crack my hip.
Listen, you're above 40. Let's be serious.
But the thing is, I've been doing the same workout, and I've basically had the same ish physique for like 30 years. It's just what I do. It's just my routine. Anyway, about that. Oh,
Devil's Advocate says all of her boys are 6'2" or taller. That's some good genes.
Yeah.
Good to have out on the farm all those
Right,
big boys.
Yeah, they got some good farming hands.
760-517-6844 is phone number talking to you guys tonight. Who's on the line now? Well, very quiet person. It's usually when this happens, it's almost always
Hello?
Joni. Oh, no, not Joni. Hey, who's this?
This is Miles.
Mouse?
Niles?
Miles.
Oh,
This is Miles Hoyt.
Miles. All right.
Yeah.
What's up, Miles?
What's going on, man?
I had a question. Actually a couple questions actually.
Okay.
First of all, you travel a lot, right?
I do not. I don't go anywhere. I go about a mile from my house, and that's about the extent of my traveling.
If you're
Okay.
referring to the fact that he's like heard all over the country and
don't
other
think
countries
so.
with voiceovers, he does that from his soundproof studio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, when you do travel, what do you do? Because I'm also visually impaired. So, like, what are some things that you do if you like are flying or something?
Bring a companion.
Yeah, I mean, let me. I actually have a story that I just told Banana about this weekend that you didn't know about in terms of traveling. I'll answer them both. Can you give me your second question too?
Mm-hmm. Also, what's your favorite cane tip?
Oh, I mostly just use the marshmallow on the end of a no jab cane from Ambutech. I feel like it's the most
Nice.
versatile. I'd gotten into like trying a whole bunch of different ones. I was using the disc one on the beach. I was using the all-terrain one, the rolly wheel in different places. But the problem is when you hyper specify, then it doesn't work when you go to the next terrain. So for me, just the no jab and the marshmallow is the best thing, I think.
Oh, okay.
So in terms of traveling, I mean, Banana said it right there. Travel with a companion. Like any blind person, like we're friends with a guy by the name of Eldine, who is losing his eyesight, and he travels a lot by himself. And I don't know how he does it. I mean, I've been petrified to travel ever since I lost the ability to read the gate numbers, which was for me when I was like 17. And I'll tell this story quickly if you don't mind, Banana.
Yeah,
But I was on an interview in Las Vegas. I was in college and I was interviewing for a radio station, KXNT, and the program director who interviewed me drove me to the airport. And I had called ahead and I said that I was legally blind at the time and I needed someone to meet me at the gate and help me, or meet me at security check and help me get to the gate. And they told me that they would do that. So I got dropped off by the guy and I got to the check and I found the American Airlines person and they said, wait right here. We'll have the service person come and get you. And I waited and I waited and I waited to the point that I was checking my watch. I'm like, the plane is coming right now. And I was in a complete conundrum. Like if I left, I wasn't gonna be able to find the gate.
Yeah, like you're told, do not leave this post.
And I was afraid. I was thinking like maybe the plane's late and that's why they haven't come to get me. Maybe I'm not gonna miss the plane. So if I left, I wouldn't find it anyway. If I stayed, I wasn't gonna get there. I didn't know what to do, and I was completely paralyzed by indecision. And finally, like a half hour after the plane left, I left that spot. I found someone else. They helped me get to the gate, and I asked them like, where's the plane? Has it left yet? They're like, yeah, you missed it. It left a half an hour ago. And then they didn't do anything. They just
It's like, that's so sad. Keep in mind that this was a very long time ago, and
It was.
hopefully things have gotten better for people that need some extra help.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any official cane training. I just use it to kind of clear a path, let people know that I'm blind, and I basically just hang on to Banana's hand for dear life. I mean, traveling for me is just a bucket of stress. It's not enjoyable until we reach the destination. So God love any blind person that can travel on their own. I think there's people out there that have gone through training and schooling and are better at orienting themselves. Me, no.
Miles, can I ask how old you are?
We lost Miles.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry about that. But we can grab another call. What's it?
I was just gonna say to Miles, he should I don't know, whatever sexual orientation he is, he should find a partner that is like either is like naturally bossy or is in like I don't know, a caregiving role or whatever, because then they will naturally just be like, come this way, do it, like whatever.
You shouldn't be dating just to
I
find
don't know.
someone to
I'm
help you
just saying,
travel.
like you didn't date me on purpose for that, but we make a good match.
Yes, we do.
In that way.
760-517-6844. Who's on the line now?
Hey, it's Riri. How are you
Riri.
guys?
Haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on?
I know I haven't talked to you in a long time.
Good. It's good to see you, Pete, Banana, Brooks. I just want to jump on and say hello.
Hello. Thank you for calling.
Anything new? I told, but Banana wasn't here the night that you told the story of being in the water and having a water moccasin chase you.
Poop Cove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poop Cove. But yeah, we were talking earlier about sharks and stingrays and stuff. I forgot you had the experience of the water moccasin getting close to you.
Boy, I did. I did. When you said that at the earlier in the live, I said I have got to tell Pete this testimony. But I think story says it's false, but when you say testimony, it's real. Because it was the truth. And let me tell you something. I have never forgot it, ever.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow that.
That's good.
It was pretty scary. Let me tell you.
I wonder if it was me. Like if you saw the thing coming at you, and
Yes, I did.
I mean, I wouldn't have. So would it have just gotten me? Would I just gotten got?
Well, I went silent, Pete,
Yeah.
and I gulped, and my son was right there, and he just jerked me back in the boat.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, oh, geez, thank you.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
Are water moccasins dangerous? I would assume they are.
They are,
I mean,
yeah.
my little son, when he was 6 years old, got bit by a black yard snake. And let me tell you something, it made him sick
Oh,
Yeah.
for
really?
6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Dehydration, stomach issues.
Oh.
Took him to the doctor over and over and over. Nobody could tell me what was going on. Well, months after that, my twin son said, well, Mom, when he was at the lake house, his grandparents had a place on the lake.
Yeah.
He said, Luke saw this snake and just let him lick him like Greta does, which is our dog. Well, the snake bit him because his tongue was coming out,
Yeah.
licking, letting the snake lick him.
Yeah.
I mean, the snake bit him.
And
I
so you
thought,
didn't know
are
for
you kidding me?
for weeks? You didn't know that he'd been bit by
I
the
had
snake?
no clue.
Oh.
No, this was my son. I had no clue.
This is like when
And
kids have
he
Lyme.
was drinking so much water.
Yeah.
And he was sick to his stomach.
Oh, God.
And I kept taking him back and forth to the doctor. And then my sons told me that. My twin boy said, but he pet the snake because it licked him like Greta does, our dog.
Gosh, thank God they
So
said that.
the
Yeah.
snake bit him, so I figured it out.
I would have been like,
So-
why didn't you tell me that 5 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, but
exactly.
they're not supposed to be the
Exactly.
doctors, though.
I guess. Well, everybody's
I mean,
good
it's
now.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's
But
doing
he,
better now.
Of course. Oh my goodness, honey, he's 37 now,
Okay.
and my twins are 40. So you know how that goes. Time just goes by.
Yeah, it
But
does.
anyway, I wanted to say hello and hope you guys have a great Memorial Day and have really awesome plans
Is
to
that
hang
this
out with
weekend?
each other and have fun.
All
Oh,
right.
thank you. I hope you have a great Memorial Day, too.
You too. I
Thanks.
won't keep you. Take care.
Thanks, Riri.
Okay.
Good to hear from you.
Hi. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
I'm about ready. I'm pretty,
Are you hungry? How are we on time?
I'm everything. I'm pretty warm.
Yeah.
7:19. Okay, so that's everybody's cue to call it.
I mean, if you guys want to stay, I could get up for a
Yeah,
second.
we can we can call it for the evening.
I think it's good.
I think we only made $3.69. So you can
I'm
only
gonna have
have
to buy my own
yeah,
margarita.
you can only have a Diet Coke tonight, Banana. That's all you're gonna get.
$3 is even gonna get a Diet Coke if I
Right,
would ever
just
order that.
water. Look at you people have made Banana resort to drinking water on our fun Wednesday night. Thank you to everybody that were you just crying for us? All right, thanks everybody that joined us. Make sure to follow over on Twitch. I appreciate the follows over there at Pete Gustin. I will turn the phone line into the voicemail system in about maybe 5 minutes after the show ends.
Thank you, everybody, who called, and
Thanks, everybody.
Until next Tuesday. we
until the
appreciate
next
y'all.
coach shows up.
Hey.